Hey there, so it may seem a little bit dark today, but that's because the light just blew out over there and I gotta fix that later on tonight. But the reason I'm here today is because I finally went back to the flea market again, and I'm here to show you my flea market haul. And it's a pretty good one, so stay tuned. Hey there, so it's actually been a long time since I've really had anything to show on here for the haul. I picked up, oh wait, one thing I did pick up if you didn't watch Cathode Ray was bestseller with James Woods and Brian Dennehy, which is a old favorite of mine. I haven't seen this since the VHS days, so it'd be nice to watch it again. There is an olive Blu-ray of it out with no features on it, and just no. So here we are. We're going to go look at what I got today. So first up, I picked up a really cheesy, kind of a cheap one. Not a great one, but I wanted to add it to my collection of film noir stuff. So it's called The Best of Film Noir. Now, this is like by Passport Video, which is kind of a lower budget company. I think they're still around. I'm not sure. I know a lot of the lower budget companies, like of this type, kind of closed down. And that's the thing. Even though it's just kind of cheesy, it's got like trailers and like has like a different kind of like probably poorly like produced interviews and stuff like that with kind of, and has apparently a condensed versions of two film noir classics, Detour and DOA, and condensed into probably like 5 or 10 minutes type of thing. A lot of these companies end up like putting out stuff like this, kind of just cheesy stuff, kind of, and they go out of business. So I wanted to make sure I grabbed this one here when I found it. It was actually very cheap. So best film noir I picked up for very cheap, and had to grab it. That I like the look of the case. I like the look of the DVD, and there's the back of the box there. So never like rule out lower priced labels. A lot of stuff like that and go out of print. There's companies, like BCI and stuff like that, or those little companies that had like 10 or 12 movies on them. And you see like Mill Creek does it still, and Echo Bridge does it. They're still around. But there were a bunch of companies back in the day when I first started like collecting and stuff, like DVDs, that used to put out these like kind of cheap ones with a bunch of movies on them, and they're movies that you're probably buying now on Blu-ray for like 30 or 40 bucks from a company, and they were like putting cheaper versions of it, but actually pretty good versions and sometimes uncut. So it's always good to look into those like labels that don't exist anymore, and I'd like to collect a bunch of stuff like that. That's why I want to get some of the Alpha stuff. Alpha's kind of a lower budget company, but they put out really freaking awesome covers, and they have like a lot of like early film noir stuff, a lot of basic stuff you can get for very, very cheap. Next up is a Disney film, and one from my childhood actually. It's from the Kurt Russell collection. It is the Computer Wore Tennis Shoes. Kurt Russell, and I think Cesar Ramirez is in this one. He's the bad guy or something like that, I think. I'm not sure. I know he's in it. Yeah, there he is. The original Joker himself, Cesar Ramirez. Again, very cool, really done film. We used to have a show called Wonderful World Disney. It used to come on Sundays here in Canada, and I think my better half, hand over there, she had like a Disney show that came on over in Morocco as well. So Disney got around. So no matter where you lived, more than likely you probably had Disney. And if you're younger, you probably had Disney Afternoon or something like that. Next up is one of those. Not really an erotic thriller. It's really campy thriller, and very over the top. And a lot of people buy it for that reason when they can find it. So I found Talia Schreier's The Landlord Lady, and if you haven't seen this, it's hilarious. One, Talia Schreier is a femme fatale. That's a stretch in its own, but she does like a good job. Again, this is one of these, like, I think it's the mid-90s or early 2000s one that just I just had to have. I watched this one on the VHS like back in the day, and fun. Next up is a Lucky McKee film, and that is All Cheerleaders Die. I love this movie. It's not what you think. You look at this movie here, and you're thinking like Jennifer's Body, or you're thinking something like so it's a slasher film. It's not. It's a Buffy-esque type of film. You have these. I don't want to give much away on this one, but it is a really fun film. Uh, just go into it blind. Don't know anything about it. Don't go wiki it or Google it or anything like that. Just watch it. If you don't like horror films, you will probably still really, really like this film. It's very self-aware of what it does. It's not a Scream type of thing, but it's just very fun. It's very funny, and the characterization's done really, really well, and the girls are played extremely strong. It's a really good film. Next up is the one that got me to go to this table in the first place, and that is a cheap, cheesy little like slasher, kind of throwback to the 1980s stuff, called Die Die Delta Pi. What I know about this movie, very little. I know that I don't find this type of movie around my area very much, especially these kind of like these really ultra low budget ones. Normally, you'll have to go and order something like this on Diabolique or just like find the company itself, because it's let's make sure it's nothing here I can't show. Okay, so this is the back, and of course it's very cheesy. It's won a Best Actress in the Innovative Film Festival Awards, and it won a San Antonio Horror Film Festival Official Selection Award, which means they showed it there. So, is this a great movie? I don't know. I've never seen it. But this is the type of movie that I want to have in my collection. So it'd be really cool to see how this one turns out. Maybe I'll do a review of it. I'll definitely wait for Matthew for this one, because this is definitely Matt and Cass's type. This one I'm really excited about. There used to be a TV show that came on called The Action Pack, and they had like different movies like every week. Like Hercules was one, which of course turned into the Kevin Sorbo series. There was The Bandit, which was basically about Smokey and the Bandit. My cat just like looked at me as soon as I said her name. And there was Tech War. And Tech War was a show that starred Greg Evigan. Now, I know Greg Evigan from way back. She used to do a show called BJ and the Bear, back when the whole trucker thing was big. We went around with the orangutan and helping people. And then, as I got older, I knew him with Paul Reiser in the series My Two Dads, which was a really bad series, but I was at the age where Stacy Keenan, who starred in the series, I'm pretty sure it was her, I found cute. And now, and there was Tech War. I read the Tech War books. They were by Wim Shatner. And Wim Shatner's masterpiece, Tech War. Yeah, I liked them. I really did like them. I thought they were really cool. I liked the TV series. I like Greg Evigan in it. I thought he did a really good job. And, so, Tech War. They have Wim Shatner on the side. So I really think maybe Greg Evigan should have been there, but okay. But there he is there, Greg Evigan. So there's no features on this one here at all. This is the series. But what is really neat about it is that there's no flipper discs on this thing. There's 7 discs right here. And even though it says like, episode 1, 2, it's not. What it is that Tech War started as an action pack. And the action pack was a series of movies. So Tech War actually ran 4 about 90, 95 minute long movies before it became a TV series. And then ran for like a 18 episode season. So this one here actually includes all of the episodes from the TV series, as well as the 4 movies that preceded it. And that is what really, really got me excited about this one here. I like the kind of like, it's got a... So I'm still looking for other ones. I'm looking for like RoboCop, Poltergeist. Oh God, I wish I could remember the name of that one that had the guy. Do you remember the name of it? It was like the one where Dan Aykroyd would show up at the beginning of it.
Kind of like
it's kind of like X-Files,
yeah.
Maybe like
yeah.
Because Dan Aykroyd actually, he really does. Not aside from being on Ghost in the Ghostbusters movie, Dan Aykroyd really believes in like the paranormal and the supernatural. He did like a lot of that type of stuff. And there's a lot of those shows back in the day. I like to be able to find them all. Some of them are not on video. Like there was a kind of a kung fu type of one that were basically this brother and like his ghost of his other brother that passed away. Kind of helped him along. Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
I know that it had
Well, he was there for
Matt
just like
Frewer.
a couple of seasons, and then he
I know
was
that it has.
replaced by the Canadian actor, like the tall one.
Oh, he was always in it.
Oh, he's like,
See, Dan Aykroyd was only at the opening.
oh yes,
He was
right.
producing the show. Matt Frewer. And if you recognize the name Matt Frewer, he's a Canadian actor that you probably know, or maybe you know, as Max Headroom, which was a kind of a short-lived, kind of like sci-fi TV series. It started out as an English film, and he got into coke ads. And when I was a kid, my cousin Roger got a keyboard, his first Casio. And one of the things we did was we hooked a mic up. And because, I guess maybe, it's my Canadian accent, my voice sounded a lot like the guy that plays Max Headroom, Matt Frewer. So he would do the whole, like, modulate my voice to do the Max Headroom type of, like, stutter-ish type of thing. And we'd do a whole, like, Max Headroom adventures. Yeah. How was that geeky? Did you find it?
Oh, cool. Oh,
Matt Frewer. Look for Matt Frewer. See, now it's killing me. So while she's waiting for that, and I'm pretending to magically remember it, these are my pickups for today. The one I didn't pick up was Murder Party, which I'll pick up later on down the road. It is a fun little, again, a horror comedy. More
what is the name?
Matt Frewer. You know, come on, like you play Max Headroom. Go select for the second time.
How do you spell it?
Frewer. See, somebody's watching this video and he's yelling the name of the TV show at the screen as we speak, but I am blanking on it. I have to ask my dad if that RoboCop series is still at that store in Cornwall. These things are harder to find now. A lot of these are out of print. These were done in Canada. I think the Alliance put these out. Let me actually put this one out. Well, I'll be. I actually had to go on because there was a Tech War series that was put out before, and it just had the series. It didn't have the movies on it. But this one actually has the 7 discs with the movies. Can't be that hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
You have to find it by now. I mean,
I'm still looking. Sci Factor.
Sci Factor. Okay.
Chronicle of the Paranormal.
Chronicles of the Paranormal. See, because Paranormal always, that's what always got me, the subtitle. I was like, Paranormal Activity. No, that's a movie series. But Sci Factor is the other series I'm looking for. And I really did like that show. I thought when Matt Frewer left it for like a season or so, I wasn't so big on it then. But when he was on it, I thought it was really good. They had like a, do you remember that kind of put off this like show Regenesis too? Around that? It was all about like medical type plagues, like stuff like that. You watched Regenesis?
Yeah.
Do you remember it?
What did you want to know about it?
No. I'm just
No.
thought about it. But you remember the show, right?
Yes, I do remember.
We have a show here that's fairly popular called Murdoch Mysteries. It's a kind of a period show, and it's done very, very much in the vein of the English mystery series that are out there. So, the actor that originally played, actor from Murdoch Mysteries, plays Murdoch. His name is Yannick Bison. Again, another actor from Canadian actor from my childhood. But the actor that played the Murdoch character originally in the TV movies that came before the TV series was actually the star of the TV show Regenesis, which has nothing to do with any of this, but they're fun fact guys. Live up to my professional moniker. Again, now that we know the name of Sci Factor, because Aaron's going to look for these. Normally I go looking for shows like this at Dominion, because Dominion gets some of those in sometimes. And then I show her and she's like, no, we'll get it next time. And now we went to Dominion last week and all the bins, the movie bins and the TV show bins, were all gone. All gone. I'm guilty here now. Thank you for watching. Sorry I haven't been on a lot lately, but I really haven't had a lot to show. I'm going to be doing another video in a few minutes after I upload this one with a where I got some chip brands here that are unique. So I'm going to do a tries video. My last tries video went okay with the Batman and Superman cereals. Don't buy the Batman cereal. So next up, wasabi ginger chips and bacon mac and cheese. God, I hope it's better than the Batman cereal. Thanks for watching. I am Aaron. My better half is over there. My cat's there, just like glancing sideways at me. I need some tea before I make the next video, especially if I'm going to try those chips. So for right now, I am tired. It is time for tea, and I am out of here.